Hi everybody. 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 9 and 10 has been our focus, and I hope to finish off this today. We're talking about three characteristics of what Christians look like, and the word here is very specific in telling us three things. First thing, a Christian is somebody who has turned away from idols, turned away from the things that he or she once loved to love and to serve God. The second characteristic follows after that, which I've just said, is to serve God. You will always serve the things that you love. So if you love God, then you're quite obviously going to be willing to serve Him with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. That's really cool. And then we spoke this last couple of days about waiting. Someone who is waiting for the return of Jesus. Someone who's waiting for that incredible day when we will stand before God and time is no more, and we move into this thing called eternity. Let me wind up this thing about waiting by saying this to you. There are two ways to wait. The one is to wait with intrepidation, because you know you have to pay the price. That's the first one. Let me speak about that for a moment. I can remember as a young teenager doing stuff wrong at school, and in those days we would get a hiding. We would get corporal punishment, and we'd have to line up outside the headmaster's office, and we'd walk in and he would decide how many he was going to give us, anywhere from 1 lash to 6. And we would stand outside the door, and everybody's trying to act tough, but at the end of the day we're all waiting with great intrepidation, because we were waiting to pay the price. We'd messed up. We're kids. We do that. And in those days, this was the order of the day, and you got a hiding, and that was how it was. But it was this waiting that kind of got to me. Waiting to pay the price was worse than getting it. And the waiting in anticipation of the pain that you visualized yourself going through was a painful experience, because we were waiting to pay the price. I look around the world today, and I see people who wish they were waiting because they knew there was a price to pay. For us as believers, there is the price to pay of giving up ourselves, giving up our ego and our pride to take on the mantle of God, and that's nothing intrepidatious about that thing at all. That's an honor and a privilege. We can't wait to do that stuff for the kingdom of God. We're waiting to pay the price. You can either wait negatively or you can wait positively. But the other aspect of waiting, I saw one day, I got invited to speak at a school prize giving. So I'm sitting on the stage waiting for my turn to speak, and I look amongst a crowd of these young people sitting there, and there were some very young, probably 9, 10-year-old kids sitting, and they were waiting not to pay the price, they were waiting to receive the prize. And these little guys were waiting with such expectations, and their looks on their faces were so beautiful to see as they waited to receive the prize for doing well. And hearing from the headmaster or the person who was handing out the prizes, "Well done, boy. You have done great. Well done, young lady. You have achieved the mark and you have worked hard, and now you get the prize." And I looked at that and I thought, wouldn't it be great if all of us were waiting with that form of anticipation? We're waiting with great joy, with anticipation, with expectation at the wonder of what was about to happen, to receive the words of Jesus to say, "Hey man, you did well. You ran well the race. You fought the good fight. You kept the faith. Now henceforth there is laid up for you a crown of righteousness, which God, the righteous judge, can't wait to give you on that day." That day being the day when we enter into eternity, and we receive the blessing and the prize for a life well lived, fulfilling the calling of God. I don't know about you. I think a lot about that day. I wonder what format it's going to take. I wonder how God's going to do it with so many millions of people that have been in the world, and so many people have been serving Him, and so many people have done such wonderful things for the kingdom, and with great faithfulness they have served God. But now as I look, I think maybe it's because I'm older, I'm sitting thinking, I wonder what that day is going to be like. Above all else, I want to receive the accolade of God. "Well done, you have finished well." the course that has been set before you. And I wait to receive the prize. I'm not waiting to pay the price anymore because Jesus has paid the price for me. Now it's about the prize. So I hope as you look at your own life that you can share these thinkings, these thoughts with me about what it means to wait with expectancy for the great day when we will receive the blessing of God for a life well lived. I hope you understand that, and I hope you get it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.